This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
It's time for Overrated, Underrated with Ryder and Lisa.
I don't know what it is. Like, what's that called when you fall asleep all the time? Is that necrophilia? Or is...
No.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Don't say the one that's inappropriate.
I think I did.
Is it?
Necrophilia, I think, is when you get it with dead bodies.
Yes, that's
Oh.
exactly what that is.
Okay, well, what's the one where you fall asleep all the time?
I don't think I should be Googling that at work. The
Good
photo
point.
that came up was disturbing, to say the least.
No, I don't think it's...
Falling asleep condition. Narcolepsy. We talk about narcolepsy so much that we should write it and put it on the wall in here so we don't mistake it again.
So I don't say necrophilia again. Yeah, I think... What is it again?
I forget. I already closed out the...
We should have wrote it on the wall.
Narcolepsy. Yeah.
I don't know if I have a splash of that. I don't want to claim that I do for people that like seriously suffer from it, but I could fall asleep on the spot, and it's sometimes really, really hard for me to stay awake, and especially when driving.
Yeah, I've seen you fall asleep on the elevator here in the building.
And
which
we're
is
only on
just-
the 7th floor.
Yeah.
Like it's like 7 seconds.
You're
and-
snoring standing up.
Yeah. So driving, especially by myself, long distances has been problematic where I end up having to pull over like every 20 minutes and do jumping jacks because I just cannot stay awake.
I've watched you punch yourself in the leg over and over again to try and keep your eyes open.
I've got it, though. I figured out the hack. I finally have a way to drive long distances.
Okay, so this is underrated in your mind.
Yes. Eating sunflower seeds while driving. And I don't know if it's just the fact that it toys with your brain just enough to keep your juices flowing, but like entirely different. I will be nearly falling asleep at the wheel, throw in a handful of spits, and I'm absolutely fine. I polished 2 bags of dill pickle on my trip.
Oh my, how are you not talking like this? Is your tongue okay?
I've got some wounds.
Yeah.
Alicia Silverstone from Clueless, is that what she's best known for, probably?
Yes, but she's also in some of the newer kids movies
Yeah. Good point.
on Netflix and stuff. So good for her. She's still acting.
Yeah, a long career. But she is embarrassing her kid, in my opinion, making just terrible mistakes as a parent. This was on a recent, pretty popular podcast.
And it's so natural to just want to do the like keeping your baby close and follow your intuition with that.
Well, Bear and I still sleep together.
Wow. Yeah, so that's another thing. Like all the statements.
And I'll be in trouble for saying that, but I don't really care.
How old?
11, and she still sleeps with her son every night. And like, okay, right on. Do your thing. But your 11-year-old is going to get bullied if this gets out.
No,
Yes.
it's not going to get out. It is because you're talking about it.
Well, exactly. Do you don't think other people are talking about this? It's trending, the story.
Yeah, but what did she say her son's name was? Aaron?
Bear.
Bear? Mm-hmm. Cool. His friends aren't listening to this podcast.
No, but it's going to get around. This is the thing.
They're busy playing Roblox. Or whatever. They're busy playing with their Squishimals.
Okay.
What are those? What are kids doing these days?
Squishmallows.
Whatever.
You're right. Bear's 11-year-old friends are not listening to this motherhood podcast, but I bet a lot of their moms are, and they're going to overhear their parents talk about, like, did you hear? She's bragging about still sleeping in the same bed as her 11-year-old. And she talked another time about how they bathe together still. And, like, again, do your thing. I hope you're wearing swimsuits because it's kind of weird if not. But do it, just keep it private. You don't need to be bragging to the world and embarrassing your kid. Am I way off on this one?
No, I don't think so.
'Cause I bring up a lot of stories with my daughter, but if there was something that I would, like, be worried that if one of our friends heard and made fun of her, I would never tell the story on the air. You know, like, if she's picking her nose and eating it. She's not, but if she is,
You're not going to go
I'm
on
not going to
about
go
it.
on air about how, I can't get my kid to quit picking her nose and eating it. You know what I mean?
Okay, now I definitely see where you're going with this.
Okay.
Because that would suck for her to get to school and like, oh, we were listening to
How
your
them
dad's show in the
boogies
morning.
tasting? Yeah.
So we wanted to hear from you, of course, because everybody has a story about a time that their parents embarrassed them. Or maybe you are the parent that embarrassed your kid and they told you that. This text from Alex says, my mom tried to talk to a girl on my behalf once. It turned out that she was in the 9th grade and I was 21 at the time.
No.
No,
Mom.
Mom.
The hell's wrong with you?
But I also get it. When I was in the 9th grade, I looked like I was in the 9th grade. I do feel like kids these days look a bit older. They're better at doing their makeup.
Right. So the mom had no idea
She just
how
had
young
no
this kid
clue.
was.
But also, even if she was closer to the age of 21, let your kid do the talking.
That's just a terrible move. Sorry that you had to go through that, Alex. I hope your mom has stopped doing that since. Jordan says, I tried out for a cheer team when I was 13. I made it. And then my mom was so pumped, she decided to create cheers every morning, noon, and night.
That's cute.
One time we were in a Tim Hortons and she decided to do her coffee cheer, and it went a little something like this. COFFEE.
I feel like your beat is off, but...
I need my morning coffee.
Oh, that's good.
Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be for a 13-year-old? Standing in line at a very busy Tim Hortons.
Okay, so Lauren just wrote in and is the embarrassing parent and is giving brag vibes.
She's bragging about
Yeah.
embarrassing her kid.
Lauren just texted in. She's giving Alicia Silverstone vibes. Do you want to hear it?
I guess.
Every year on my daughter's birthday, if she has school, I show up with a ridiculous balloon display and noisemakers for the other kids and parents for when school's out.
Yeah.
See, that's actually kind of cute, though.
Super cute if the kid's like under 10. I would say like you don't do that to like a 13-year-old, right?
No.
Like I show up on the first game of every hockey season. I wear my game onesie, and for the first game of every playoff series, I wear my game onesie. I've picked up my daughter a couple years from school in my onesie. She thought it was the coolest, most hilarious thing ever when she was 6. I don't think I would do it this next year.
I have mad respect for parents, though. Like Lauren giving off Alicia Silverstone vibes, I still kind of like it because I remember when I was in high school, there was a girl that I went to school with. And if you went to school with me, you know who I'm talking about when I say her name because it's a very unique name. Her name's LaDawn. And her dad rolled into the parking lot. We were probably in grade 11. And she's like, my dad's going to come get us, pick us up, and take us somewhere for lunch. You guys in? We're like, yeah, I guess so. Her dad was a bodybuilder, bright bleach blonde hair, rolls in this van that is literally falling apart. It went over a speed bump and like lost parts of it.
Okay.
And he is blasting rap music. And then he starts throwing cheeseburgers from McDonald's out the window at kids walking by. And she was mortified. And I was like, your dad's awesome. I wanna
Okay,
party
so
with
maybe
your
you're
dad.
embarrassed by your own parent. You don't have to be sometimes. Like Lauren says she's going to do this until her daughter graduates with the noisemakers and stuff. Do your thing, I guess.
This first time texter, well, no, they've texted a couple times, but there's no name attached to it yet. If you are writing into our show, first of all, we appreciate you. But if you want to shout out and your name at the end of it,
Sure.
let us know. It says, my mother had me when she was quite young. She would have been 32 in 86. I was 14 years old. I had just gotten the new Motley Crue Girls, Girls, Girls cassette. Me and my friends were in the back seat rocking out. My mom pipes up and says, is this one of those heavy steel bands? Okay, wait. That is so cute, though.
Yeah, real cute.
Heavy steel. I am calling heavy metal bands heavy steel bands for the rest of my life.
You have been holding the fort down while I've been on vacation the last few days. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but glowing feedback about your time here. Just killing it when I'm gone. So well done.
I don't think anybody has said anything, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody. But one of the things that you did that's a little out of your comfort zone, not being a huge sports fan, is you do some sports around here.
I'm not going to lie. Usually when Ryder is away, I get him to send me the sports news, but he was off the grid for 3 days, so I had to do all the research myself.
Let's see how much of this information you've retained, because I've had my phone off for the most part, but I need to know what's going on out there.
Okay, so over the weekend, the British Open happened.
Yes.
And the guy with the mullet won.
Cameron Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, he won the Claret Jug.
So you already knew that.
I knew that one, yeah. I mean, it's the British Open. I was checking that one for sure.
Okay. Oh, I guess you also weren't off the grid until Monday.
Correct.
Okay. So the Edmonton Elks take on the Blue Bombers this Friday. There are 4 new players on the Edmonton Elks roster. Well, one of them's on the practice roster.
Okay.
I can't remember which one was that, but we do have a new running back, and I know his name is Malik Irons because I specifically remember being like, wow, that's a sweet name.
He should have been a golfer.
Yeah, he should have been in the British Open.
With the last name Irons.
And we have a new quarterback. I know his last name is Holmes. Mike Holmes? Wait, no.
That's the TV guy.
That's a Canadian contractor.
I think it's Ben Holmes.
Ben Holmes. Either way, I'm just really excited about these new players. If we have an awesome new quarterback, magic can happen.
I mean, you got to think the 11th starting quarterback for the team this year is the lucky one.
Yeah. The Blue Jays they're probably losing still.
No, they're not losing.
They're not?
No, they're not winning either, though. It's the All-Star break.
Oh.
So.
There is some Oilers news. There's rumors that we might be landing a player from the Blackhawks.
Who?
Kane.
Patrick Kane?
Yeah. And not only that, but Bouchard changed his number on his jersey. He used to be 75, as we all know, since 2018 when he started playing with the Oilers. But
Okay.
he's going back to his roots, to the number that he had when he was in the OHL. Because he, when he was this number, he had 53 goals and 201 points.
Whoa.
Two.
What? Oh, he's going to number 2.
He's going to number 2.
All right. I like it.
How was that sports update? Was it better than ever?
Thought you absolutely ripped it. Nice.
Mullet guy won the British Open.
I have a life hack, and this is going to change the game for a lot of people if they follow it. So I took Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off of work rather than your normal Monday to Friday. This is because I had a few things going on, wanted to get to last week, and then another thing, going with my family, my brothers, to my hometown for a couple days this week. All in all, it worked out terrific. And what I didn't realize was how many other positives came along with just a couple great trips.
To some people with OCD, they might go, why would I ever do something that insane?
Right.
I'm taking off Monday to Friday. You can't convince me otherwise. But hear Ryder out.
When you take off Monday to Friday, you do get 2 weekends on your vacation. But it feels like the first couple days of vacation, you're almost preparing for vacation, right? You're packing, you're getting ready, you're traveling to your destination. Boom, that eliminates your Friday or even your Saturday. So you're starting your vacation on a Sunday when everything's winding down wherever you're going. So that's already a fail. And then it feels like when you get back from a vacation, you need a day to do laundry, catch up on sleep, right? So that eliminates another weekend day. So it really isn't 2 weekends you get on a vacation.
I totally believe in the line, I need a vacation after my vacation.
Right? So when you do the middle of the week, or middle of your vacation is the weekend. All of a sudden, your day that you're packing and traveling is the Thursday. You're where you want to be and starting to gear up, and it's a Friday, and things are happening. You know what I mean? Like, it's just alive wherever you're going.
Well, and look at how happy you are this morning. It's your first day back to work, and you're like, tomorrow's Friday already.
Well, and that's the other part that, I haven't even touched on yet, is I went from a 3-day work week into a 2-day work week. It's really easy to enjoy your job to the fullest when you're only working 2 days a week.
What's that saying? It's like, okay, Monday you give 5%, Tuesday you put in 20%,
Okay.
Wednesday 40%.
All right.
And then when you get back to Friday, it's like back to 5% again. And then throughout the week, you've put in 100%.
It's like yesterday, I got back, did my laundry, cleaned up, unpacked, played slow pitch. It was a great Wednesday. It would have been a crappy Sunday night.
Yeah, we got the Sunday scaries mixed in there.
Yeah, bring it on. I'm pumped to be here, another work day tomorrow, and then it's a weekend again. Will Smith just landed a huge role, hey?
Yeah, just reading here that he is getting the largest upfront salary from Apple TV in their history. So he's getting paid $35 million for his role in an upcoming thriller.
$35 million for one role.
$35 million. So it's an Apple TV thriller called Emancipation. I don't know what it's about.
I wonder how many people are in my position, though, that I still feel uncomfortable supporting anything he does after the Chris Rock slap. I just hated it so much.
It made everyone uncomfortable, millions of people.
And then you find out that, like, Chris Rock was severely bullied when he was a kid, and you could just see that, like, coming out of him after he got slapped, that he didn't know what to do.
Although he has made jokes about Jada Smith in the past on stage that they haven't liked.
Right.
So I think this was the last straw for the Smith family.
Yeah.
Do I think Will Smith should have gotten up on stage and slapped him across the face? Not necessarily. Do I think it was good for ratings? Yes. But also it was awful. Mm-hmm. And I felt so uncomfortable. The room was super awkward after. And then Will Smith won an award. And then throughout the entire speech where he was like crying and
like
stuff, I couldn't.
Trying to make it sound like love will make you do crazy things. Like, okay, but you just slapped a comedian who is just doing what he was paid to do. I don't know. I hated it. But here's the thing. It bothers me so much that I should go and see somebody and talk to somebody about it so that I'll quit thinking about it. I'm sure he is spending a lot of money on therapy, getting to the bottom of what caused that, and I hope for the best for him, but I'm not going to support his work.
Where he needs to go? On Red Table Talk.
Yeah, use that as therapy. I feel like that would be a little bit biased. The situation.
Okay, wait, you're right. He probably shouldn't go on his wife's talk show.
We got a misconnection, and we're all about connecting love around here. So hit us up if you ever run into love and then they depart before you get a chance to connect.
Yeah, we'll do our best to track them down, and that's what we're going to do this morning. So we have a call from Emily, who maybe met the love of her life. Well, not met.
Break it down for us.
I was at this car show on the weekend, and there was a couple of firemen that were walking around this car show. Anyways, I locked eyes with this one guy. Never got his badge number, nothing. Didn't say hi, nothing. We literally just looked at each other, but I felt like there was a connection. So anyways, I told my aunt when she came to the car show, and we ended up walking to the fire hall. They invited us in for like a drink of water because it was like 30 degrees out. Anyways, we talked to the chief and like a few other of the other guys that were in there, but I never actually saw the guy. And I confirmed that like that was the station because the chief was like, oh, we were at the car show earlier. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is like crazy, but I just can't stop thinking about this guy.
What fire hall was it? Like, where was this car show?
It was downtown on 104th Street. And it was fire station number 2.
Okay, and this just happened this past weekend?
Yes.
Okay, so Emily, when you made eye contact, how long did it last?
Like a bit. And then my mom noticed, and my mom was like, oh my God, that guy was checking you out. And she's like, oh my God, Em, you're blushing.
Okay, we need to find out who this guy
Right?
is. If you borrow a neighbor's cat and throw it in a tree, you might have some luck.
Goodness.
Just put it in the tree right outside fire station number 2. And
Right?
Help! This cat I kind of know is in the tree.
just go grab a stray cat from a back alley downtown and go from
Perfect.
there.
I'm sure there's one downtown for sure.
Do you remember what kind of baseball cap he was wearing? Was it like a
It would be
firefighter
a
one?
work one.
He was wearing a blue T-shirt and like the blue, like the fire
Pants.
pants.
Yeah.
And then like the hat had the fire logo on it.
Okay. And he was jacked?
Of course he was.
Yeah.
There
was no ring. Did you look at his hands?
I don't know. I didn't. It was just like so quick that I didn't notice that he had a ring on, and I asked my mom too, and my mom said no.
Okay, we're going to put this out into the universe and hope for the best. We have your number, and we'll let you know if we hear anything.
Oh my God, yes. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome, but I do think you need to start like hanging out near the Save-On because that's where they do their shopping.
That's exactly what my mom and Ann said. They're like, okay, you need to go. But I'm like so far south. I'm in Windermere. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to grab my groceries all the way downtown.
What? You're not going to do that for love?
Okay, maybe. We'll see.
How creepy is it that you know where the firefighters
Okay, I have
grocery shop?
Okay, I know that sounded really creepy.
Yeah.
But I used to live off White Ave, and there's a Save-On right there.
Okay.
And the fire trucks are always there once a week. And one time I asked the cashier.
You're so creepy. Continue.
I was like, why are there always firefighters here? And she's like, they get a discount. So that's where they get their groceries.
Is Save On.
The one near White, it's a good time. If you see those fire trucks, pull in, even if you just got to get like one banana.
Okay. I'm like all excited, back from vacation, vibing.
Yeah, dancing, standing up.
Standing up's big for me. Yeah, that means I'm vibing.
Working and standing is hard work.
But you want to talk about what's burning everybody out lately?
Why do you got to word it like that?
Well, it's just I'm having so much fun in here.
Okay, then we don't have to talk about it.
Feels kind of
That's a Monday topic.
sad. You said it is getting a lot of good traction though on Play 107's Facebook page.
It actually is. So I posted this question yesterday. So if you need to go feel seen, the comment section is where it's at. There are hundreds of people that are explaining why they're feeling burnt out lately, at least. It's okay to not be killing it.
Mariah says, I have a 2.5-year-old Energizer bunny and a 2-month-old that's working on trying to sleep through the night. I'm exhausted, not to mention we're about to start doing a huge renovation and plan a wedding. Okay, that is very fair. Tia says, not enough time as a single parent to get everything done in a day, and weekends are not long enough.
It seems like majority of the comments are parents.
Yeah.
There was one that said they have a 3-year-old. They have 5 kids. The youngest is 3. The oldest is 15.
No,
And
just
they
get the
said
15-year-old to look after the 3-year-old, and then you only got 3 kids.
you just leave.
Yep.
No, they said do not recommend having a toddler with teenagers.
Interesting combination.
Definitely a balancing act.
What's burning you out lately?
Lots of the OC. I've been watching so much of it.
Oh, that sounds rough. Just binge watching TV burning you out.
Yeah, it's making my hip numb. We're not allowed to judge. We all have our battles.
I think most people are probably like me right now, and they're judging. Big news.
Really big news. Haven't heard back yet, but I just applied to be on Family Feud. Just kidding. Imagine if I stole your spotlight.
Don't get up in my grill, and you would.
My family would never do it. They're way too shy.
Okay.
Believe it or not. No, I just applied to adopt my foster dog.
Yeah, Stanley.
Stan the man. No word back yet. I applied 2 days ago, so I don't know what the process.
It should go through, right? You fostered. You did a good job of fostering. You made it to all the vet appointments.
It's just one of those dogs where it would just be silly to not keep him. He's so sweet.
And I know that they call it a foster fail when you foster a dog and then end up keeping it. But you're not necessarily done with your journey as a foster parent. You'll bring another one into my house if you can.
Absolutely.
Just load up my yard with turds.
Yeah.
Right? Not the dogs, like their poop.
I'm Ace Ventura, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, very exciting. I will say, I want to be completely honest, that ARCS, which is Alberta Animal Rescue Crew Society, an amazing organization, they just opened up their Edmonton spot, North Haven. It's just off Argyle, and it's big, which is great because they take in a lot of animals. There's a lot of cats that need loving homes.
Sure.
They're out of space for dogs. I was there when I went to get Stanley. I picked him up after he went and got neutered. Witnessed a man and a woman trying to surrender their dog, and the volunteers had to turn them away. And it was the hardest thing I've ever seen. It was so awful. The wife was crying. You can tell she didn't want to give up the dog. It was like her husband deciding this. He's getting angry, yelling at the people that are volunteers there.
Yeah, he sounds good. Sounds nice.
It's horrible. It was so horrible, you guys. They need you to go there and either adopt an animal that is up for adoption or foster. Get those animals out.
Yeah.
So there's room for more, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you're thinking about it,
it's so sad. It was
now's
awful.
the time, because it seems like a lot of people bought a puppy because they wanted a puppy in COVID. They wanted a cuddle buddy and didn't realize once they were going back to work how much work it is to
It's so
have
sad.
a dog.
It breaks my heart. It really does. And there's so many sweeties up on the ARC's website right now. So please make it happen. I'm telling you, it is so worth it.
Yeah, your new dog, very likely. Absolutely lovely.
He's the best.
Yeah. There's a lot of nice animals that need good homes. Check it out. The website once again.
ARCS, AARCS.
Time for a watery wake-up call for Crystal Waters.
So Crystal Waters is going to be performing at K-Days on July 29th. So we have a pair of passes to that and the Pride Day drag show. So the water wake-up call.
Yeah, we got Jasmine on the phone. You've got a cup of water. What are you going to do with it?
I am going to go throw it on my 15-year-old daughter who's sleeping.
Yes. Okay. Good luck.
Will she be really mad at you or just kind of mad at you?
She'll probably be upset.
Well, it's the summertime. A 15-year-old should be awake by now. The sun is up.
She should wake up and go get a job.
Can you please yell that as you throw the water on her? No, I'm just kidding. Traumatize her.
I like it. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, that's okay. The ticket's fine.
Yeah, got her good. How'd she handle it?
She's awake.
Get a job!
Play 107.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.